Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard. There it is right top. All right. We're getting Instagram set up. And there we go. I have company today. Yay. It's always more fun when I have friends. And there's our friends on Instagram too. So technology's going to work today.
Fingers crossed.
Yesterday I was just like, oh my gosh, we should just drive to Georgia. It's so much easier when we can just do this in person. But I had an afternoon recording yesterday. I'm like, I don't think we can get there fast enough.
Isn't that like 8 hours or 6?
It's like 8. It would have been an 8-hour drive. Yeah. I could have made Hugh drive all night. Yeah, I've made him do that way too many times. So, and actually, he doesn't drive at night anymore. So it would have been me driving all night. So yeah, we weren't doing it.
That's not my choice, is driving at night.
No. So welcome everyone who's joining us. My guests today are from Allprovide. You can kind of see their logo in the background. So we have Les Fisher and Dennis Boecker. And introduce us to our new friend because she's so cute. You're going to have to hold her up a little bit. And there you go to get her on Instagram. There she is.
She's very focused on what's on the table, not so much.
She doesn't care about the camera. But that is Bonnie. And Bonnie was a new addition. How long ago?
2 months.
2 months. And seems to be fitting in very well.
Oh yeah.
Posing for photos and trying to get reels. I love the outtakes of Les running around, rolling around the floor trying to get videos of the dog.
Oh yeah, when they're crowding me, yeah, I was fighting the dogs off from the photos.
It's fun. It's really fun. Anytime you're doing things with animals, cooperation is not always. So anyway, we are coming live together today because we are announcing, oh my goodness, you ain't kidding. You guys didn't get the memo, but apparently there were mimosas at the office today. And would you like a mimosa? I'm like, well, heck yeah, because this is a celebration. Yay, there you go.
Well, he should have came to you then.
Yeah, you should have come here. There you go. Yum. So anyway, I didn't know I was going to get that. That's a treat. So we have been working really hard. First of all, for those of you who don't know, I have been friends with these guys from Allprovide for a lot of years. And we have started collaborating on projects because, one, I really like them. But two, they're doing things to my standards, which that's not always that easy to do. So I appreciate that. And very easy to work with, very easy to communicate with. And I have been in their food production facility many times, and I have watched the process from beginning to end, from the raw ingredients coming in. I have spent way too many hours freezing my butt off in the production facility. What's the temperature in there?
Try to keep it under 40.
Yeah. So you walk into the production facility, it's like 36 degrees in there. And that's because we're taking frozen food, processing it and refreezing it without it thawing out. And that's how you keep your pathogen load down. Plus really clean handling, sanitization, all that kind of stuff. How's that floor foam system working?
It's good.
It's going good. So that was new last time we were there. So you were just playing with making that work. And I forgot we spent a week down there. Was it just this past summer? Is that all it's been? Did puploaf just come out in July?
I think July.
Dr. Judy was here?
Yeah, I think it was July.
Yeah. Crap. Man, time flies. But I forgot that we were going to be spending a lot of time in 36 degrees. And so there I am in my t-shirts and shorts going, are you kidding me? But Dennis was nice enough to provide lab coats for us. So that helped a lot. But next time I'm bringing gloves and, the winter hat and all that stuff. Earmuffs, something, a scarf, anything. So it's really fun. And these guys do allow people to come see the facility. So just all I can say is bring some warm clothes because it's in Georgia and it's 85 degrees. You don't think about having something to keep you warm. So we came out with puploaf, and the puploaf recipe's been out for it's had multiple iterations and been tweaked a bunch of times. But it's been out since my first book, so that's 2014. And Jack Canfield, who's the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, keeps telling me, you need to have your own pet food. You need to have your own pet food company. I'm like, I do not want that aggravation. So, but these guys apparently do want that aggravation. I don't know.
Well, we're too far into it to turn back.
That is true. That is very true. So, when we kind of started talking about, people kept saying, I wish you would make puploaf. I wish puploaf was available commercially because I can make it, but it's hard to find all the ingredients. It takes a lot of time. Organ meats don't smell the greatest when they're cooking in your kitchen oven. I will totally admit that. I used to walk in my mom's house after she'd made puploaf, and I'm like, oh my God, what died in your house? I was like, man, you need to clean. She's like, I made puploaf. Oh, sorry. So anyway, we decided we would make it easier for people. And let's see. Dennis, what was the hardest part about making puploaf?
Finding mussels shucked.
Finding shucked mussels and finding sardines.
Yeah. Sardines were easier than the mussels. I mean, I can't sit there with little cans.
Or sit there shucking mussels all day.
Yeah, no.
That is true, because when I go to find them in the grocery store, I can only find them in the shells. So I end up taking them out of the shells. But I also end up using the freeze dried a lot because that's a lot easier. So, but we've got puploaf out there, and has it hit store shelves yet?
This week we sent out the distributor, so by next week, the end of next week's pet store should be having them in their store.
Pet stores will have puploaf in their stores.
Can we get a bag and show a bag?
Sure. Do you have a bag?
Excuse me for one moment.
It's going to go get us a bag. So we didn't have to have the bag before because it was being shipped direct to consumer, but puploaf will now be available at your local pet store if they carry Allprovide products. And if you want puploaf or want Allprovide products, please go to your independent pet store and say, hey, there you go. Puploaf in a nice green bag. There
The
you
Judy
go.
color.
Yes, in our colors. So there's puploaf. You can get it. It is gently cooked. We are not selling a raw version at this point, but it is very gently cooked. It's sort of like your oven sort of steams it, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very cool process. So once puploaf came out, I have been playing with a lot of other recipes and ideas, and Jack Canfield was right. I kind of do want my own pet food. I just don't, again, want the aggravation. So I kind of sent Dennis and Les a message and said, hey, I have ideas for something else. Are you guys game? Dennis said, yeah, sure. Let us expand our freezer by double first. Is your construction done?
Not on the freezer.
The offices are. We built new offices.
The freezer's
Additional
coming next.
offices. Then the freezer's coming next.
It's
Okay.
like a can of sardines in our freezer right now.
Yeah. So, and when I make recipes, it's not like 3 ingredients. There's a lot in there.
This guy was like, are you sure this is all correct? I'm like, yep, let me double check.
Yeah, it's a lot. So, but as of Monday, the new product will be available?
It's available now.
It's available now. Oh my gosh. Everybody get your computers out. So what I designed is called Dr. Judy Morgan's Constitutions. And it's based on TCVM, traditional Chinese veterinary medicine food therapy, based on the 5 elements. So we have a metal, a water, a wood, a fire, and an earth. These are canine formulas. They're not formulated for cats. That's coming down the line. Gwen told me she wanted it by today, and I went, dream world. I told her maybe a year from now. But anyway, that is in the pipeline. But so we made the 5 elements, and all the ingredients that are in each of the elements are based on really supporting that element and trying to balance out excesses and deficiencies. So for instance, with wood element, very commonly we have liver qi stagnation. That just tends to be what we see. So I put things in there to help drain the liver. If you have a deficient liver, it's still going to be fine because we've got lots of good blood tonics in there. So I took each one of the elements and made the recipes balance out for that element. Most of them are either neutral or slightly warming. So we'll have all the energetics on the website as well and then we have all the ingredients listed and what each of those ingredients does, why it was chosen to be in there. There's a couple that were chosen just because we needed to find zinc somewhere. So they are complete and balanced recipes. But in addition to saying, oh, I've got a fire dog, I want to support the fire element. Well, what if you have a fire dog who has fire excess? Well, then maybe we got to damp down his fire. So we would use the water element because water puts out the fire. So we have all of those interactions we're going to have in a blog and links on both Allprovide's website and our website so that you can take the pet personality quiz, figure out what your pet's personality is. And then you'll also answer questions as far as what issues they're having, like they have tore a cruciate ligament, or they have cataracts, or they have trouble hearing, or they have sinus drainage. So you go through all the questions, and then that will help you determine whether they are deficient or excess in a particular element. And then we tell you what to feed to balance that out. So like anything else, I recommend lots and lots of rotation. So let's say you have an animal who's completely balanced. Great. Just go through a rotation of the different constitutions. And maybe you need to focus a little more heavily. And I would recommend that people actually do the pet personality quiz and reevaluate their main personality is never going to change. I'm a wood personality. I was born that way. I'm going to be that way till the day I die. But the different balance and imbalance in my wood personality changes depending on what's going on in my life. So sometimes I need to drain my liver. Sometimes my tendons and muscles are sore and I need to support my liver. So if you do that about every 6 months and you go through the deficiencies and excesses, you'll see where you need to make tweaks. So that's why I love this stuff. Because and by the way, if you get it wrong and you feed the wrong thing, you're not going to hurt them because these are all 100% complete, balanced, good nutrition, no matter what. So even if you don't want to go through all the TCVM stuff, these are just really awesome. So the metal element is a turkey base, but it does have pork liver in it. The water element is chicken and pork with some beef kidney. The wood element is pork, turkey, and chicken gizzard. So that covers a lot. Fire is pork heart, turkey wings, beef heart, chicken gizzard. So we're kind of all over with that. And then earth element is chicken, pork, and chicken gizzards and beef liver. So these are not single ingredient, like single protein diets because they're made for the element. But Allprovide your other foods, your beef, turkey, pork, and chicken, are they single?
They are.
Yeah. So that option is available as well. So it's your dog seems to have an intolerance to turkey. Well, the way to find out for that is to feed straight turkey and see what happens. Like I know that my little Forrest has an intolerance to rabbit. Very weird, but he has an intolerance to rabbit. So no rabbit in his diet. So let's see. You guys have something open there for Bonnie, right?
Yeah. You want to wake
What's Bonnie going to try?
This is the wood.
The wood.
Yep, it's got basil in it, so it smells very nice.
Nice. And these are also being gently cooked, right?
Correct.
Oh, there she goes. Get her up for Instagram.
So, oh yeah, she's on there.
Been dying to get out there.
Her whole head disappeared in the bowl.
She'll probably come up with some on her face too. She's a little bit of a messy eater.
So this one is pork heart, turkey wing, chicken gizzard, carrots, cucumbers because we're draining the liver, beef liver, kale, celery for draining, cabbage for draining, apples, basil, turmeric, cod liver oil, kelp, and wheatgrass powder.
Girl. Dropped it on me.
She says yummy.
Look, I don't know if you can see it, but she's got some on her chin.
Save it for later.
Well, she enjoyed it. Now, I do know Joey has some videos that these guys sent of the process. That they might be kind of loud. I hear a loud buzzing when we play them, but we'll see. But we can kind of go through the process, and maybe we can take me off screen and let these guys kind of talk about what's going on.
She's trying to get to the food.
There we go. Of course she wants the food. All right. So what do we have there? That looks like some veggie grind.
That is actually run through the grinder. So that was what it came out like. It looks a little weird, but it does not.
What is this going through?
That's going through the grinder. So
okay. It's coming out of the grinder. So this is do you know which recipe this is?
I want to say that was hers.
Or do you think it's wood because of all the basil?
No.
Basil.
It might be. I mean, it was one of the first ones, but yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Give us another one, Joey.
And then this is, I believe, the fire one being ran through the
VMAG.
The VMAG into the water.
And that piece of equipment weighs the pouches, the amount of food that goes in. And then it goes through these tubes into the pack.
Oh, this is the packaging. Yep.
And Bonnie's trying to climb on the table to get to the food.
And the VMAG packaging machine is the one that is the most temperamental in the entire place.
Yeah, the packaging machine is, which is called the Ray Pack.
Oh, the Ray Pack. Okay.
Oh, it's different.
All right. What is this? That looks like maybe some wheatgrass powder.
Yep. So what we did is whenever Emmanuel was doing all of the supplements and stuff like that, we kind of lined them up in a row because everything was a little different. So normally what we would do is grind all the vegetables for one thing together. But what we did, because they weren't large batches, is we kind of like put all the supplements and vegetables and meat in the grinder all at once. So
cool.
Everything was separate.
So these are our supplements, which this is not a vitamin pack. Those are real things like turmeric and wheatgrass and probably a little bit of sea salt in there, cod liver oil. So when I make recipes, I want to use whole foods. Oh, sorry, we can't see any of that on Instagram. I forgot. Okay, so this is a bunch of veggies that are going through. Looks like we have cucumbers, kale, carrots, celery. So that's wood. What's the matter?
They're apparently muted on Instagram.
Oh, they're muted on Instagram? I don't know why.
Well, I think it's because it was echoing, so I muted it so it wasn't like.
Oh, he muted it because it was echoing.
Oh.
Oh. All right. Oh, there's some parsley, maybe?
Definitely.
Spinach.
Apples.
Apples.
Those are really good apples, by the way. He ate it. He had a lot of
Are you stealing apples?
red
Peppers?
pepper.
By the case. In the case.
So, but sorry, Instagram, you can't see these, but what it shows is the quality and freshness of everything that is going in there. These are all, you ordered a lot of your stuff from like Restaurant Supply, right?
Yes, everything goes from rural produce, which actually on our website under our ingredients, you can actually find all of the ingredients where we get them from, and actually the websites are.
Very cool. So there's asparagus, carrots.
Mushroom.
Man, I'm coming shopping at your place.
Where do you think I get my produce from my house?
For dinner. Let me go grab some.
So, yeah, you guys have no excuse for not eating fresh food at home because you got a freezer full. Oh, there's turnips. They're so pretty. They're purple and white.
Yeah,
Nice curly kale.
Yeah.
That's kale.
That's a big bag of turnips. I don't know what I would do with that many turnips. I guess I'd make dog food. Actually, I like turnips a lot. I mix them in with mashed potatoes to make mashed potatoes healthier. All right.
She's hungry.
She's like, Bonnie's like, I will try the other 4 flavors as well if you would put them in front of me. So that's our big news, everybody. These are all gently cooked. And right now, the puploaf is available online through them. It's going to be in independent pet stores starting next week. And Constitution, that's the puploaf. And then Constitution's is only available online through them right now, and that will all be gently cooked. So, I mean, if you want, you can order some of each one and try them all and see what works for your pet.
And one of the things we're doing now too is you can actually order puploaf in any of the constitutions with raw or with gently cooked. So you don't have to order just one or the other. So you can mix and match with those two.
Awesome.
You couldn't.
Yeah. So being able to mix and match. And you guys have a new website that you just launched.
Yeah. It's going much better than I expected. That's all I can say.
Good. Yeah, we revamped ours at the beginning of the year, and so there's always growing pains when you, especially when you have to do website stuff. Which, as a matter of fact, the last really bad growing pains that I had with my website was when we did the seminar at Allprovide in your break room, because our website had crashed and we lost all the ticket sales. And so we had all these people showing up and saying, no, I registered back in the spring. And we're like,
That seminar. Yeah.
yeah, that seminar. So we were supposed to have 35 people in the room. I think we had 55. It was great.
It was a little warm. It was a little warm.
It was a little warm, and it was a little crowded, but everybody had fun. It was good. So there's more beautiful veggies showing up in the pictures there. We got carrots, spinach, celery. There's some finished product. That one says Earth. Dr. Judy Earth. Love it. Oh, that's tongue. Oh my God. Oh yeah. So the recipes for these will also be available for making at home. So we are supplying, there's a lot of people who still like to make puploaf, and there may be people who say, well, I like to make my own food. I want to source my own ingredients. Have at it. We will supply you with the recipes just like we do with puploaf. There may be some very minor differences from the commercial, and very, very minor, because when we start, I had to take 300 pounds of an ingredient and divide it down to 1 pound. So some things just dropped off the page. There's some mushrooms, yum. Radishes. That looks like flaxseed.
It's finished product.
Oh, this finished product. Cool.
Yeah,
Ginger.
And your turnips.
And turnips. Carrots. I love this. This is like, for those of you who don't know, like, if you ever write a book or you ever design something and you get to see the finished product, it's like having a baby, like you're like so proud. It's like, I gave birth to that. Very cool. So thanks guys for, helping bring the dream to reality.
Well, thank you for trusting us to make it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Some of the vendors at Tampa went up to Dennis and said, how did you get to work with Dr. Judy? And what was your answer?
You showed up.
Yeah, I walked in their door. It's not going to happen again, folks. I just showed up, and it was sort of a match made in heaven. So I'm very grateful, and hope for a lot of years of continued partnership. And so we're kind of proud of this. We think this is going to, hopefully be a game changer for some of the animals that are really struggling with imbalances and things that they're trying to figure out. And, hopefully this will help with that. And it just makes it so that you don't have to do everything yourself. You don't have to try to figure it out. We figured it out. So we shall see. So I did not, well, I do have champagne in my mimosa, but I didn't get the popper and the confetti. I'm sorry, guys.
We still have one piece left up on the roof here.
Well, I had some on the carpet still, but we finally had the warehouse clean the other day, and I think my confetti left. They even got what was in the ceiling.
So eat the puploaf was a little fishy.
Yeah, and I'm not there, so you guys got off the hook. You didn't have to eat all 5 of them.
Okay. Cheers.
Here goes Dennis. Dennis is eating wood element. There's nothing in there that I wouldn't eat.
That actually is much flavorful than anything I've eaten that we make.
Okay, I'll try a little bit. No, this is mine, Bonnie.
And there was no heavy bone.
Yeah, there's not, because that's got the turkey wing.
No, it's actually not bad.
It isn't.
See? There you go.
The basil
Awesome.
is delicious.
So if you accidentally cook it in your spaghetti, you should be good.
That has happened.
I had somebody make chili out of our beef dog food one day. He took it home. I gave him a sample. He took it home. His mom decided it was ground beef in the fridge.
And made chili. Well, yum.
until little
I
bones got stuck in their teeth.
Yeah. I used to, before I was feeding raw, I used to make a lot of stews for my dogs, and my son was living with us. He was like late high school, early college. And so he'd come home and there'd be a slow cooker on the cabinet and he just figured it was dinner. He ate more dog food. And I was like, well, the only thing that you're not going to like in there is like there's some organ meats in there that, if you don't know they're there, you just kind of go, wow, it's pretty good. He
Yeah.
usually said to me, needs salt. It probably does. So anyway, so when these guys send us, I don't even have any of these yet, but when they arrive here, maybe we'll do a little taste testing. I'll see what they taste like. There's nothing in there to make me go ew, so I should be fine. All right. Oh, cool pictures. So there's a picture up of the 5-element theory with the 5 bowls of food of the raw ingredients. That's very cool.
And that's on our homepage right now. So when you open up our homepage, that's the first thing you'll see.
Okay, it's on the homepage. I'm gonna go look at it. That is very cool. You're gonna have to send us a copy. We're gonna have to steal that. It's very awesome.
And on each element, there is like what the element is for, and then also to a link to the pet quiz. And then also as well, there's actually a full nutritional analysis for everyone. So on there as well, so you can click it and see all the micronutrients and everything like that. So
you guys are so good. So
Well,
good,
you're
keeping us honest.
all these questions.
we
So we're trying to get ahead.
Well, that's true. You guys know I'm going to tell people, call them up and ask for the nutritional analysis. Well, they don't even have to call you. So look, we just cleared out your phone line.
It's under FAQ now. So if you click FAQ, it says full analysis. So for our dog food and for the constitutions, it's all there.
Awesome. I mean, it's about being transparent, as transparent as we possibly can be, because we don't have anything to hide. And
Here.
that's what we'd like to expect of all pet food companies.
Only thing hidden here is Bonnie when she gets a marrow bone. She hides it in her bed.
As I tell people, we have an open door policy. If you're in the Atlanta area and want to come in here, it's not always pretty, but you can see how it's done.
It usually looks pretty good. And the cleaning, I mean, if you show up during cleaning time, seeing the cleaning process is pretty amazing. Like I have a lot of video of it, but it's pretty amazing. So
An hour before, it's a little bloody.
well, it's okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys, for joining me today, for helping us make an announcement of something this has been in the works for a while. Partly because I needed time to make the recipes, and then we had to tweak them to make them in very huge batches. And then these guys had to do the work to find all the ingredients. I don't make it easy. But thank you very much. We are very appreciative, and the goal is to help more dogs and cats. So kitty cats, you're coming. It's coming. I can only do one thing at a time. All right. Are we good, Joey? You gonna give us music? Joey's giving us music.